Bone, Chapter 48.
Well, this is it. We found it. We found the market square.
Geez, finally! This city's a rat maze.
At least we know our way from here. See any guards?
Nah, we're safe now. Come on, we gotta tell Smiley about the gold.
Oh, no, you don't. You listen to me, Fonsible P-Bone. Because of us, Tarsal knows Grandma Ben and Thorn are in the city. We have to warn them.
What about the giant bee? We're gonna need Smiley's help to protect the peddlers.
Forget the bee. I told you that plan's gonna backfire.
Okay, let's figure out where the peddlers got all this gold to pay us from.
Who cares?
It's gold, Phone Bone! Gold! Where do they get so much of it?
We're caught, Phony. Soldiers inside the walls and rat creatures outside. Trapped!
Okay. Don't pop a blood vessel. I'll go get Smiley, you go warn Thorn.
Right. We'll rendezvous at Grandma Ben's room before the underground meeting. And be careful. There's still a lot of guards lurking about.
Yes, Mother.
Smart Alec. If he gets himself surrounded by soldiers, he'll wish he listened to me. Whoops.
Thorn, are you awake in there? Yes, Grandma. Come on out on the balcony, Thorn. There's someone to see you. Out here? Who?
Donnie!
Ted!
Look at you. So beautiful. I swear you looks more like Moon every day.
Well, thank you. The moon is lovely.
No, not the Moon. Your mother. Moonwort.
Moonwort was her name? That was her nickname, dear. Her real name was Lunaria.
Queen Lunaria. Don't you know nothing about your mother, Thorn?
No, Ted. Tell me about her.
Your mother was kind and beautiful. She loved everyone and everything.
More.
She believed in building things like libraries and parks, why almost all the art in public gardens in Adea was put up by her.
That's wonderful. What about you, Grandma? When you were queen, did you build anything? Walls. I built the walls that surround the city. Ted, how long will it take for Lucius and the others to reach Adea? Lucius is alive?
Oh, yeah. Thanks to you going around gathering up families, almost everyone is still alive. They was all safe in Old Man's Cave when the ghost circles hit.
Let's not celebrate just yet. How long, Ted?
I figure Lucius and his warriors will most likely reach here in 2 days.
And Briar?
I seen your sister out with the rat creatures over the cannon guard. She's joining force with the Powens. Whole nasty army be here early as tomorrow.
Briar made it through the ghost circles quicker than I thought. Ted, I need you to take a message to Lucius right away.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell him we'll hold off Briar's army as long as we can. On the second night from tonight, have Lucius position his men behind the rat creatures opposite the west gate. When he's ready, have him light a torch up on Sinner's Rock. When we see that signal, we'll charge out the gate, trapping the enemy between us.
You got an army, Grim?
Not yet. We're having a meeting of the underground tonight.
Okie dokie then. Second night, signal fire up on Sinner's Rock. Got it.
By the west gate, Ted. That's important. We'll keep Briar's main force there if we can.
I'm on my way. See you, Thorny. Good luck.
You too, Ted. Goodbye. Grandma, we don't have an army.
Not yet.
Are you sure this is a good plan, then?
No. It only deals with the problems we have outside the walls. Inside, we still have Tarsal the Usurper to deal with. Hey, Smiley, you in here?
Cousin Phony, you're just in time to join Bartleby and me for supper.
Great, I'm starving. What are we having?
Sit down. We're having blank sandwiches.
Blank sandwiches?
First, we cut a slice of bread and remove the crust. Watch it. It's kind of tricky. There. Now hold your bread like this. Now put them together, and you have a blank sandwich.
Make me one, Smiley.
Fortunately, not even you can dampen my spirits today. Why not? Because today, I've got gold.
Whoa.
Me and Phone Bone chased a bee out of the market square, and the merchants rewarded us with 20 pieces of gold.
Just for chasing off a bee?
It was a big bee. But guess what? They'll pay us 20 gold coins every morning if we come back and keep the bee away.
No kidding?
No kidding. So, do you think you can rework these coins and put my face on them?
Sure, gold's a soft metal and we got hammers. I can rig up a strike operation, no sweat.
Good, because a leader has to have coins with his face on them.
Natch, but are they really going to make you their leader just for chasing off a bee?
These poor people are longing for a protector. Someone to look out for their best interests. Someone to be their king.
Wait a minute. Did you find the treasure?
Not yet, but it must be huge. Look what they can afford to pay just to swat a bee.
Do you think whoever's king gets to keep the treasure?
Of course, that's the whole point of being king.
Whoa. If Grandma Ben is queen, doesn't the treasure belong to her?
Nah, she's retired, and Thorn's just a princess. Besides, I'm only going to be king for a couple of days.
Just long enough to claim the treasure, huh?
Right. Then we're splitting for Boneful because we don't want to be here when the rat creatures show up. Speaking of which, I better get over to Grandma's room for the underground meeting.
See ya, Phony. Oh boy, this is it. We're finally going home to Boneville.
Powens and the rat creatures are working together. This is not a trade embargo, Guildmaster. This is an act of war.
Lord Tarsal, if I may speak on behalf of the merchant houses, there are many in the guild who believe the powered army would end its blockade of our trade routes if you relaxed your ban on dragon law.
What you were saying is heresy, Guildmaster.
Now, only in the provinces. Many of the merchants feel we could win the common people and rob the powered army of local support. The blockade will crumble. Normally we wouldn't dream of asking such a thing, your worship. Everyone at the council knows of your great sacrifice, but every day the blockade continues, the merchants are losing money.
What the dragons have done to me, they mean to do to our whole way of life. They are corrupt beings. They live in the earth like worms, yeah. They are not of the light like you or me. They eat our light.
Lord Tarsal!
Yes, your greatness. Just as you predicted, 2 of the bone creatures have been spotted in the city. Soldiers are searching near the old square now. The queen. What of the queen and her granddaughter, heir to the throne? An old woman and her granddaughter entered the west gate last night, but their whereabouts are unknown. Put more soldiers on the street. Find those bone creatures. Once they lead you to the princess, arrest her and bring her to me. The charges, my lord? Heresy, sergeant-at-arms. It is against the law to worship dragons, and she shall be burned at the stake until dead, yeah. That is, unless the guild has any objection to carrying out the law.
No objection.
Darn, get away from that window. Grandma, what's going on? Soldiers are swarming all over the streets. I'm not sure, but it can't be good. Take your shawl. We have to get to the meeting. We can't leave yet. Phone Bone's not here.
What do you mean he's not here? He should have been here a long time ago.
Could he have gotten lost, Phony?
We got lost this morning, but I thought he knew his way from the market square.
We have to go find him. Not now. The lives of everyone in the city depend on our meeting tonight. I'll send Mermy out to look for Phone Bone. Mermy? The tea lady? Mermy is a 7th level dreamcaster. She can handle it. Now let's go, and keep your heads down.
Your Highness, everyone is watching.
Mermy, Phone Bone is missing. Lost or worse. See if you can find him, please.
Right away.
Teacher, I don't want a repeat of last night. Did you figure out what that cold spot was?
Yes, it was a ghost circle forming here in the middle of my kitchen. Your sister Briar was attempting to reach through our defenses.
She can do that? Briar can control ghost circles now?
We can too, to an extent. When the ghost circles first appeared from the north, we used prayer stones to turn them back.
You must have used a lot of prayer stones. I think we saw that line of ghost circles you turned back. Is that possible?
It's possible. We sent the whole front line bouncing back toward you. For tonight's meeting, we've surrounded the entire kitchen with prayer stones.
I'm very impressed, old friend. I feel safe already.
Don't thank me yet. Wait until you find out whose law was actually responsible.
Queen Rose.
Is that?
Yes, it is your old headmaster.
Master, I didn't know you would be here.
I am retired, not dead. And unlike you, I never left.
I didn't want to leave my people. You know that. But I had to protect my only granddaughter.
Ah, yes, the Venyankari. Let us hope it was worth it. You may begin the meeting.
I'll come right to the point. My sister Briar is still alive and is leading an invasion force that could be here as early as tomorrow morning. I know Tarsal is taking control of our army, but how smart is he? Can he defend the city against an attack?
We have seen his soldiers bringing animals and fodder inside the main walls, and he has begun rationing water.
Interesting. When I first arrived, I noticed that most of the fortifications had been rebuilt. Good. He's preparing for a siege.
In direct violation of the treaty we signed with the rat creatures, I should point out.
Well, at least some of the training I gave him wasn't wasted. What about the soldiers themselves?
Poorly trained and badly disciplined, a small group of fanatics, known as the Vidu, enforce Tarsal's rule.
The rest are either mercenaries or loyal to the old kingdom.
I believe they're all loyal. If we told them that you had returned, they would turn on the usurper and kill him.
Has anyone bothered to talk with this Tarsal? We have a common enemy. Perhaps we could cooperate.
Just like your mother.
What about the treasury? If we had that, Tarsal would lose his hold on the mercenaries. He couldn't pay them.
True, but Tarsal knows this. He's hidden the treasure where no one can find it.
Then we better play the loyalty card. Headmaster, spread the word through the ranks. This very night the Queen has returned.
Wait, did you hear that? Someone is coming.
It's Phone Bone.
We have to get out of here. Tarsal knows about us.
What? How?
Oops. Didn't Phony tell you? His guards saw us and they know we're traveling with you.
Did anybody follow you here?
No, that's what took me so long. I had to shake a couple of soldiers. Quiet.
We're not safe here. Scatter.